Every single time a country goes to war, you hear the same story. Politicians stand at podiums, straighten their ties, and look directly into the camera. They talk about honor, they talk about freedom, they talk about protecting the nation. But here is the question that never makes it to the evening news. The question nobody in power wants you to sit with: who actually pays for all of this? Because wars are not free, not even close. The Iraq War cost the United States over $2 trillion. Afghanistan, another $2 trillion. Vietnam, in today's money, nearly $1 trillion. These are not just big numbers. These are numbers so large that they quietly reshape entire economies, entire generations, entire futures. So where does that money come from? Spoiler: it doesn't come from the people who start the wars. It doesn't come from the politicians who vote for them. It definitely doesn't come from the billionaires and defense contractors who profit from every missile, every contract, It comes from you. Rebuild governments have basically three tools when it comes to funding a war: taxation, borrowing, and money printing. Each one sounds different. Each one has its own logic and its own defenders, but they all end up pulling from the same place: the pockets of ordinary people. Some do it openly, some do it invisibly, some do it over such a long period of time that most people never even realize it is happening. By the end of this video, you are going to understand all three. You are going to see exactly how the financial burden of every war gets quietly transferred away from the people at the top and onto the shoulders of everyone else. You are going to understand why working people pay more in wartime while the wealthy actually grow richer, why soldiers come disproportionately from poor and rural communities, why defense contractors post record profits in the same years that families struggle to afford groceries. The system is exactly what it is, and the truth can't stay hidden anymore. The most direct method, the most transparent. Government needs money. Government raises taxes. During World War II, the top income tax rate hit 94%. 94% on the highest earners. But here is what they don't teach you. Even at 94%, the wealthiest were fine, because the tax rate is one thing. What you actually pay is another. The moment taxes go up, billionaires mobilize. They hire accountants and lawyers, move money offshore, Cayman Islands, Switzerland, Luxembourg, invest in tax-exempt bonds, lobby Congress, literally pay politicians to carve out thousands for their industry. And who can't do any of that? The factory worker, the nurse, the teacher, the truck driver. Their taxes are taken automatically from their paycheck before they ever see the money. No offshore account for the person making $42,000 a year. No legal team minimizing their burden. So even taxation, supposedly the fair method, ends up falling hardest on those who can least afford it. This is the dominant method in the modern era. And this is where things get genuinely scandalous. Governments skip the tax hike, too politically dangerous. Instead, they issue bonds, IOUs. Give us money today. We pay you back later with interest. Who buys these bonds? Not regular people. Banks, investment funds, hedge funds, wealthy individuals, sovereign wealth funds. Here is the part that should stop you cold. The wealthy don't just avoid paying for the war, they profit from it. Government borrows $800 billion from wealthy investors. Over 20, 30, sometimes 40 years, taxpayers pay it back with interest, flowing straight back to the lenders. The working class pays twice, once through sacrifice during the war, then again through decades of taxes to repay the debt, with interest to the very institutions, the money. This is one of the most consistent wealth transfer mechanisms in human history. It happens after every major conflict. Most people never connect the dots. This is the sneakiest one. Economists call it the invisible tax. Once you understand it, you'll never look at rising prices the same way. When a government prints extra money for war, more money chases the same goods. Prices rise. Your dollar buys less. That is inflation. Who does inflation hurt most? People holding wealth in cash. People living paycheck to paycheck. Workers whose wages are slow to rise. they lack bargaining power, and who does inflation benefit? Asset owners, real estate, property values climb, stocks, businesses, gold. You have $200,000 in Fiendvriend. Runcenteen runs at 8%. For 2 years, UFB lost $30,000 in purchasing power. No tax notice, no bill. Just slow, quiet erosion, but over $1,000. It is now worth $230,000. You did nothing. Inflation worked for you. Economists call it regressive. It extracts more, proportionally, from those who have less. Governments have used it to quietly fund wars for centuries. Let me introduce you to the most consistently profitable businesses on the planet. In 2022, the 5 largest U.S. defense contractors made over $20 billion in pure profit, not revenue, profit. While inflation crushed families, while workers struck, while hospitals struggled. These 5 pocketed $20 billion. Lockheed Martin pulls 70% of its revenue from the U.S. government. You, the American taxpayer, are their biggest customer. You never had a say. You don't negotiate. During the Iraq War, Halliburton got no bid contracts, no competition, no comparison, no accountability, worth $39 billion. The sitting Vice President Dick Cheney had previously been Halliburton's CEO. He claimed no involvement. Draw your own conclusions. This isn't uniquely American. Every major military power operates the same way. Defense industries lobby governments, fund pro-war think tanks, donate to campaigns on both sides because it doesn't matter who wins. The bombs still get ordered. The most honest articulation of the war economy didn't come from a journalist or academic. It came from one of the most decorated soldiers in American military history, General Smedley Butler, 2-time Medal of Honor recipient. Combat veteran across Latin America, the Philippines, and China. In 1935, he wrote, "War is a racket." He described his career honestly. He spent decades as a high-class muscleman for big business and Wall Street. Eitster for capitalism. He helped make countries safe for American banks and corporations. Not for ordinary people, not for national security, for corporate profit. He fought in real wars, watched men die, and when it was over, he said, "I was used." We were all used. Not to defend freedom, but to defend the bottom line of people who would never set foot on a battlefield. That was nearly a century ago. The names have changed. The dollar amounts have multiplied beyond anything Butler imagined, but the structure he described, identical. The cost that never shows up in financial reports, the most unequal distribution, isn't money, it is sacrifice across decades of American military history. The data is consistent. Military service is disproportionately working class. People from rural counties, people who couldn't afford college, people for whom a signing bonus healthcare, housing, a path forward represented something real that civilian life wasn't offering. Sociologists call it the poverty refav, not formal conscription, but a system where military service becomes the most accessible route to stability for people at the bottom. When your options are limited, a uniform looks like opportunity. Meanwhile, in Washington, congressional studies show lawmakers with children in active service is strikingly low. They vote for wars, fund them, give speeches about courage and freedom, then return to their offices. And other people's children ship out. The wealthy send money to defense stocks. The working class sends their sons and daughters.